Okay, hello guys, this is the leathertoolz. Today I'm going to show you a random wooden tools I have. Some of the wooden tools, this is not all of them, but just things to show you guys for entertaining. I got this from France. This is, I believe it looks like used by cobbler. I'm not sure what type of wood is it, but it has some very good characteristics to the wood. It's not that heavy, so I'm not sure. So it is very vintage type of wood. It has burned marks on the end of it. To preserve wood, they burned this side so that it doesn't get rot, or just making it stabilized. So they burn these. When I first got this part had a very bad burnt wood, so I ground to this certain point that there started to be just actual wood starting to be calm. I mean, there's wood. Wait guys, is this crack or something? I've never seen this crack before. It cracked. I don't think it was there at the first place. Maybe I hate cracks on my wood tools. Okay, so I ground most of the burnt wood to the certain point of actual wood is exposed, so that it's a wood now. It was like very spongy type of thing was placed when I first bought it. Now this has some thinner spots. Also I ground this certain point to wood, which actually comes off. And interesting is that this wood had a bend on the sideways, so it was bent like banana shape. And I was thinking of a way to straighten it, but I realized that why don't I just ground off those curved part. So it was curved this way like this, so I just ground on this side and this side to make it straight. So inside, this wood naturally bended to the certain point. Now I straighten it with my just sandpaper. It's straight now. Okay, it's straight. It doesn't wobble. It's just straight. So it's naturally stabilized. I think, in my opinion, it's naturally stabilized now. So I don't think this wood will bend or anything from now on. It has stories behind it. I think there's a wood worm inside, or any of the rot maybe. I tried to place the light inside, and there's no worm in it, so this will stay just like this maybe. Yeah, there's no worm. Okay, this one I also just got French, and this one have a bend in this part, so I cannot ground this, because if I want to straighten this, I want to have to ground like both sides. But then I realized that there is a maker's mark or previous owner's mark. It's called HAYS, Hayes, on this side also, HAYS .Hayes. I googled it, but I could not find any of the maker's mark or any of the information on it. It has very good antique characters to it. I applied some linseed oil, so it is staying in good condition now. So I will not ruin this patina. I will just keep it like this. This is not my usual tool. these two are not my user tools. I just keep it for, you know, just good sake. And this one is very unique item I keep. This is a blank, wood blank from C.S. Osborne, Newark, New Jersey. And you know what? This two wood is 100 years old, maybe more than 100 years old. Okay, this wood is, I think it's some kind of lignum vitae, this wood, and this wood is some kind of ebony type, and there are no cracks and there are no damages to the wood. It is so perfect condition that there are no blemishes on any of those spots that I see. This is the blank one. Okay, what it means that they start with this blank to turn shape like this on both ends, like this. Oh, okay, or like this and like this. They start with a blank of a piece of wood, and they, you know, they hand shave, or they put it in a machine that makes a tip like this. Okay, and this is two pieces of wood that before it's done the work of the making it into the creaser or any of the slicker. So it's like a key without any of the teeth in it. Okay, it's a blank thing. Okay, I really keep this for my collection. You could find these in old C.S. Osborne catalog with their notched made in, but I don't think anyone have a blank that before it doesn't go into the machine yet. This is why I like about the hard wood and oily wood, because it stays strong even after lots of you know time passed. It stays strong because of the oil content in their wood, keep their moisture, right? So this is one of my treasures. It is nothing but a wood I don't use, but it's something that I'm proud of, you know, one of my collections. It's a uncut blank C.S. Osborne blank. Yes, I'm showing off, sorry guys. And these are something that I'm proud of. You guessed it. Yep, I made these. This is a Argentine lignum vitae. This is not the genuine lignum vitae. I was told that it was genuine lignum vitae, but I studied and examined, and I concluded that this is Argentine lignum vitae. I called the guy who sold this to me. He's not individual. He's small company he runs. I asked him, this is Argentine lignum vitae again after a few years, and he admitted that this is Argentine stuff, not the genuine one. So, you know, finally I got the truth. So, little sad, but still a great piece. It's like cousin from genuine lignum vitae. It's long story how to distinguish between genuine lignum vitae and Argentine stuff, but this is definitely Argentine stuff. Okay, you may see this as a genuine one, but it is truly a Argentine stuff, I concluded. Okay, so it has a big groove in it, so you can slick a thick wood. It has a flat bottom, you know, polished a little bit. The interesting about this wood is that it is so oily that even after you polish a lot, even after you polish it, they have a very good polish on it, and few hours later the polish is gone because the inside of oil comes up. Okay, so this part is very polished, for certain reason. I don't know why, because I keep polishing this part a lot, so the oil depleted or anything, something like that. But anyway, it was just like good polish, like this part. Okay, it was all polished, and then I kept it safely, and then few hours later or a few days later, I see it and there are no polish, just a matte kind of finish on it. You know, you see this part and this part is different, see, because the oil comes up. Okay, it is heavily oiled wood. You know, you will have a hard time gluing the lignum vitae, whether it's genuine or Argentine stuff. You will have a hard time gluing it because it has too much oil in it. You have to remove the oil for your technique to glue the wood or glue it to the metal or something else, but it may fail. You have to think about that. Okay, it is tightly grained, so it is very dense, very plastic feel. It doesn't feel like wood at all, actually. It's just that it feels very solid. Yep. And this one is just the slicker I made with the Cocobolo. Okay. And this one is slicker also with a groove in it with the Cocobolo. I made these grooves, and you know, they're pretty neat, isn't it? Yep. Just you know, something that I'm proud of making. You know, I just like to make stuff. You know, I like making leather goods. I like making leather tools. It was bright orange actually when it cuts, freshly cut. You know, you cut the Cocobolo, and it was like bright orange. Okay, like this. Even it's a bright orange like this, and then when exposed to the air and exposed to sunlight, it becomes reddish brown. And this is about 2 years old, and this is maybe 3 years old. It just becomes dark and dark and dark. Okay, and at beyond a certain point, it is very wineish, very dark, deep brown. Okay, so that's the charm of a Cocobolo, that it changes the color with the age. So I feel like it ages with me. So you know, these two are same wood but different color from different era. Yep, this will change to this one. One thing about this, it was blank like this. I cut it in half, and they have a book matched set of a piece right next to each other. So I thought it was something that I should have it with someone. So I made exact same wood slicker, and I gave one to my girlfriend. So my girlfriend has exact same slicker with this one, book matched. So you know, she has no interest in leatherworking or anything. She has no interest in wood at all. She doesn't know anything about it, but I just gave it to her and for keeping, and she liked it. You know, she thought Cocobolo is something that's very cute name for a wood. So she liked it. So she's keeping it in her house. So it's the same book match sets for something you love. You know, just give it to someone you really like. You know, it's something that's very unique and interesting, one of a kind, because there are no same ones in the world. Wood is all different, right? So that's really good thing about the wood. Yep, that was about it. It's random wooden tools in leatherworking, and I will see you guys next video. Bye bye.